Dwellers. My name is Nacho Bidness, and this is episode 19 of my Fallout 4 No Loot Challenge run. In short, I'm not allowed to use the A button to take anything out of the world or out of a container and put it into my character's inventory. Notable exception is crops in my own settlements. We're playing on survival mode, and Mary needs something to eat. She is not able to loot dead animals for meat, and we also need something to barter with in order to get the junk that is necessary to play the game. Also, be sure to do all the YouTube things. If you like this video, please do push the like button. It really does help my channel grow. If you want to see more, be sure and subscribe and ring the bell so that you get notified when I release new episodes. Finally, if you dislike, please leave a comment saying why. Constructive criticism is the best way that I know how to improve as a content creator, and a dislike without any kind of context doesn't let me know what it is that I should be working on. Thanks very much. Now, for getting started today, we have just a little bit of crafting to do, because I was able to find a piece of sturdy combat armor chest piece. At least I think it's sturdy. I really hate that you can't tell exactly what the prefix is once you put some mods on these things. Nevertheless, I am going to make it ultra light because my testing has shown that making it deep pocketed does not help my companion's carry capacity.
Hey.
So Hancock, you have just a new piece of armor, and although it is going to be kind of heavy, even with the ultralight mod, and somewhat reduce the amount that he is able to carry as a pack mule, I would rather have a live pack mule that I'm not constantly having to stim pack than a dead one. As for this recoil compensated powerful, you picked that up without me saying so. If you're going to run with me, you have to live by my rules, and that is no looting. Unfortunately, we can't just return that piece to whoever owns it, so the best we can do is drop it and just kind of toss it into the distance, and whoever wants it can have it. We all have this metal piece of armor that we took off of Hancock, and I am going to hang on to this because this is actually something that is from very early in the playthrough. And so I'm going to go ahead and put it on the mannequin just for the sake of nostalgia, as it were. So we can close up our little weapon closet here, and we can also go ahead and move around our mods on our backpack. I explained last time that I am going to... Oh, I already did it. I explained last time that I will use the ammo modifier for combat, but I am getting ready to go pick crops and buy ammo, and that means that I need all the carry capacity I can get, which is the extra bags. Last thing we're going to do here is we get fertilizer at a pretty good rate now. We've got enough settlements with enough Brahmin in them that every few days I get 10, 20 fertilizer, which is quite a bit of jet, which I can turn into quite a few bullets. Is this really in character for Mary? Probably not, but I could spend additional hours picking crops for no additional entertainment value and no additional videos, or I could make some jet. And at some point, practicality has to win out. We're not getting out that door, I guess. So I'm gonna go pick some crops, go in the other direction, and I'll see you back in a bit. Well, we started out from Grey Garden to start Tradecraft here. And we are fully healed up, we're well rested, we're fed and hydrated. We really couldn't be in better shape for the start of this mission.
Asshole.
But I am not terribly optimistic that we are going to be able to complete this mission. Still, we have to try.
The full makeover.
Because sometimes you just never know. I have had a companion pick up a quest item for me before. So I will say is not much of a disguise. I recognize you from all over the Commonwealth.
You'd be surprised how far I've gotten with the right attitude and the clipboard.
Oh, something is shooting at us, and we're in serious risk of just dying from being attacked from behind in the middle of a conversation. That just seems completely unfair. See if we can take this guy. We're not even wearing our good armor. We're just wearing our charisma gear, whatever incidental armor pieces we can while we're wearing the summer shorts. Oh my gosh. Well, I was just talking about how great we were doing, and yet we are going to have to use a stim pack before we even get started. Doggone it. And we're going to have to drink some water too, because stim packs make you thirsty. Alright, Deacon, you were saying...
Like the disguise? It's weight ammo. This is mine.
Yeah, we already heard this.
That's the point. The railroad's only recently been using the... Our old base was underneath the slope.
A coffee shop?
It's a lot better than it sounds. Well, it was.
What blew it to hell?
Our HQ was strong, defensible. Heck, we thought it was secure. Inside a minute...
Couldn't have been that defensible if it was under a minute, but
so we're getting something important.
Still sucks, man. It sounds like it was pretty bad.
What exactly?
What is it exactly?
I'll tell you when we get inside. I know that's a bum deal, but strategic ignorance has saved...
Strategic ignorance is a hell of a phrase.
Now, I'll take point.
Okay. You take point.
Symbols we use to send messages to each other. If you like that, we got signs and countersigns, dead drops, even a secret handshake. All right, maybe the handshake never got on. Anyway, the tourist should have a trail left for us. See the plus in the center? That means there's an ally nearby, our tourist. You take point on the conversation. Look, no matter what he says, you just say, mine is in the shop. Trust me.
Yeah, kind of a boring walk up here. We took out a few ghouls, but otherwise nothing interesting. And with my 10mm pistol, ghouls are just kind of nothing. Speaking of ghouls, you guys are dead, right? Okay. Let's see. I was supposed to say mine is in the shop, but first, I am hungry. Let's eat some potatoes.
Hey.
Hello, Ricky Dalton.
You have a Geiger counter? Do you have a goddamn Geiger counter?
Mine is in the shop.
Mine is in the shop.
HQ said they were sending one agent, not two.
Sorry, I'm new. She's just showing me the ropes.
All right. The wall is my witness. I thought I was dead. It's about goddamn time you hit.
Sure.
This guy seems a little high-strung to be a secret agent.
Are you in danger?
Are you in danger?
I signed on for light recon, but that little Slocum's jaw of yours is... If I haven't been... The front's fortified to hell and back. They place mines all over the goddamn...
Right?
Mines? That sounds
They have a
bad.
minefield?
Yeah, the mother of all mines.
What do you mean by...
What do you mean by chrome domes?
sense?
You know, them early model synths. Looks like metal wrapped over mechanical innards. You see them here and there doing who knows what for the Institute.
I appreciate all
Well,
of
thank you for your
It
service.
helps. I really do. As soon as it's safe, I'm getting the hell out of here. So if you need anything else...
Well, You know what? Could
Hey,
you
Ricky.
maybe help
You
me
need
out?
something else?
Ricky,
Could you make a
you ready to
distraction?
be a hero? Someone they'll sing songs about?
It's that important. Well, if I do this, that song better be after you get to your tunnels. I
It'll
got
be like Ave
explosives
Maria,
I
man.
might be able to use to take out the chrome domes.
What are you planning on doing?
So,
I should be
yeah, what are we gonna
back
do?
through the minefield, assuming
That sounds horrendously dangerous. No,
I'm
man,
not
I
asking
can't
for
let
to
you do
commit
that.
Suicide, Ricky.
Oh, thank the wall. Listen, I'll take some pot shots with my rifle. It might even the odds.
Okay, you do that. In fact, why don't I take some pot shots with my rifle too? Just as long as I don't fall off the edge. I wonder if I'm gonna be able to see this with my scope. Yes, I can. If I take out some of these mines, maybe we... I'm not sure if that's it or not. I mean, the good news for me is that I cannot set off mines, but I am not as sure about my companions. And what's going on over there? There's a car on fire for... Well, and there's a behemoth attacking one of my provisioners. Where did that behemoth come from? And am I even doing anything from here?
Hey, I got something. Don't like surprises anyway.
I don't even know if I'm hurting this guy from this range.
Nothing there now.
But I don't really want to just let him go after one of my parishioners.
Something's coming.
So
Ready up.
I guess he just flat out can't see me from here, which is just fine. In fact, can I get... It's a little far for trying to do headshots, but you know, the good news is he is just a big enough target that I don't even hardly have to aim, although he's doing some ice skating. Let's see. Well, he's gonna try and get up to us, but he's got a long path to make it around. I'm not even sure that he can path over to me. Now that he's lost in those trees, hitting him is gonna be a little bit harder. Where are you, buddy? Alright. Well, level 39. Awesome. I have been waiting for this one for a while now. And we got raiders that are trying to snipe from the roof of Corvega down at something. Boy, the game's just kind of gone wild today. Fascinating. Still, I can take these raiders out for some experience points from a million miles away. So, why not? It is just kind of not anything that I was expecting. But I've said it before, sometimes Fallout's just gonna Fallout. Bethesda just gonna Bethesda. So, since I can't really see that mine, and not sure that there's anybody left on the roof over there, never did see who they were shooting down at. Is there... Yeah, the turrets respawned, so I guess I can take that turret out for some experience points. Huh. Well, this long scope is pretty doggone long. Tell you what. I never did see what happened to Ricky. Did he fall? I hope not. Wait, why are... I swear I saw laser fire coming from over there. Did Ricky go YOLO charge the donut shop despite what we said?
Sunshine. You think he's telling the truth?
He seemed a little too high-strung to be anything other than
He doesn't
honest.
strike me as the dishonest type.
Yeah, that's my read too. First rule in this business is
Right.
the front door has mines, synths, and probably other fun and exciting prizes.
Escape tunnel.
Donut shop has an escape tunnel?
What? Doesn't everyone have an escape tunnel? Seriously though, thank God for that tunnel. If it
Tunnel has got to
Alright,
be
let's
easier
take
than
the
a
tunnel
frontal
then.
assault.
easier, but no cakewalk. You
Okay, well, inside the escape tunnel we go. We're at the escape tunnel, but I want to see if I can maybe level the playing field a little bit before I go in, because I do remember some close quarters firefights inside of that donut shop, and I would like to... I'd like to have to not deal with that if I don't have to. So, can I, first off, take out some of these mines, and second, can I take care of any of the synths that are inside here? Yes, we can, and there is a machine gun turret inside as well, and there's another synth, but okay, couldn't quite get a shot on him. I think that is just the edge of the turret. Yes, it was. And the synth is... Well, if he'd stand up, we could probably get a shot at him. Oh.
See him anywhere?
He wants to dodge, but... if you'd like to come to the doorway... I'll be able to take care of him. It's hard to get quite a bead on him when he's standing that close to the door. What's up with this machine gun turret in the upper floor here? Knock that out from a distance. Alright, so at a minimum, we have kind of leveled the playing field, and so now I feel okay about going inside the secret entrance here.
We're in. The back entrance is safer, but be ready for Gen 1s and 2s. So it's time you learn why we're here. We're retrieving a prototype developed by our good Dr. Carrington.
Retrieving a prototype, that sounds like a fetch quest, and I can't do fetch quests, Deacon. You might be stuck in here in the bottom of the place for months, just like Paladin Dance
The
is.
back entrance is safer, but be ready for Gen 1s and 2s. So it's time you learn why we're here. We're retrieving a prototype developed by our good Dr. Carrington.
Who's Dr. Carrington?
Who's Dr.
All
Carrington?
goes well, you'll meet him soon enough.
Okay,
Ready to
well,
go.
First,
let's go then.
override the security lockdown.
Yeah, about that. I cannot hack a master lock terminal, so it's going to be up to you, Deacon.
Well, the terminal's on at least. I'm gonna feed it some passwords. No. Nope. No. Aha! Missed one, you cocky bastards.
Okay, let's go shoot some synths.
Someone left a rail sign here. This one means danger.
I think there's maybe like 4 or 5 in this room altogether. Just a matter of being able to get line of sight on them. I suppose now that we are done talking to our tourists that maybe it would probably be smart to put on the rest of our good armor. So, get our perception glasses and a helmet and some under armor and the chest piece. Okay. And because we're thirsty, let's drink some. We can do with this terminal. No, because it's expert. And I cannot touch an expert. So was that one. Well, how do we proceed if we cannot open these terminals? That seems like it could be a problem. What about, can we do anything with this terminal? I think this is all just lore. Yeah. Nothing that is going to help us that get through the other terminal. Actually, one last entry just to see. Okay. Is that going to allow us to unlock this terminal up here?
Can't break the code.
No.
Won't be able to hack this.
Also, no. So, what are we supposed to do? Deacon, I'm stuck. You got any ideas? I almost always take hacking, so I've never had to complete this quest without just hacking my way forward. I'm guessing somewhere there's probably a password that I'm supposed to pick up. It's not great. Okay, Deacon, that was not helpful. Literally, there's no way forward here. Well, I can't believe this, but I think I am going to have to go look at the Wikipedia for some for a walk. So I had to load a save because in my desperation, thinking maybe that there was a password around here somewhere, I had Hancock pick up this U.S. Covert Ops manual, thinking maybe there's a password underneath it. It turns out that the procedure for going forward is as complicated as walking up to this door and clicking open. I am just so conditioned to thinking that if there is a terminal next to a door, that door is going to be locked, and I did not even attempt to open the door. It was just like, oh, that door is going to be locked. So, yeah, I'm just an idiot is all there is to it. Meanwhile, we can disarm these tripwires. The compromise that we came to in an earlier episode was that we can disarm traps, but we can't benefit from the materials that come from them, so we just have to drop that stuff. And we just have some more synths to take out. I think that I may just go ahead and get back to doing this kind of rapid fire with some music. Quest.
Don't know its size for you.
What's
Gonna
so
give
special
me.
about the gun?
Tinker Tom restored it. You'll meet him later. It's cutting-edge old-world tech. You'll never find another one.
All right. Yes, the Deliverer is a very good gun. If you've never played with it, it might be even more OP than my 10mm pistol. Still, we've been instructed to grab Carrington's prototype, and I can't do that.
Hey,
Hancock, would you like to grab this prototype?
grab that.
Are you going to be obstinate?
Over here.
Let's maneuver him
Move here.
directly next to the thing. Sometimes companions have trouble figuring out how to path.
Here.
I can do that.
We decided to take the long way around, but
Head over there.
here we go.
Bingo.
Okay.
Go there.
Hancock, you are standing directly next to the prototype. Get Carrington's
Get that.
prototype.
Pick that up.
Well, I think to no one's surprise, but certainly to my disappointment anyway, we are not going to be able to advance this quest, which means
Hey.
I take requests.
we're kind of stuck. Like we are more or less completely
that.
locked out of the railroad, which means locked out of ballistic weave, which is too bad because I've got a lot of ballistic fiber. I've been picking it up at every opportunity, but it looks to me like we'll never have a chance to use it, which is too bad because that is something that I think would have made my character far more survivable in the late game. Well, if we can't get the prototype, can we at least leave the bunker? See if we can get to the elevator that lets us out of here, or if that is something that Deacon has to unlock. And doesn't look like we have any trouble here, so Power the elevator, and we're going to deactivate any turrets that might still be active. And just take the elevator out of here, I guess.
Just power up the elevator.
He acts like we were successful. Seeing all we have to do is power up the elevator. That's strange, but who knows? Maybe we're not as locked out as I thought. And hopefully Hancock will catch up to us once we go out into the Commonwealth. Hancock? Uh-oh. We may have lost Hancock down in the dungeon, so I guess... what's our map marker say? The map marker says it is outside and above us somewhere. So why don't I just go ahead and turn off this quest since I can't complete it, and you know, I may have actually managed to completely clear this place out by sniping earlier. Yep, looks like it. Well, doggone. Another day, another quest that I can't do. So where did Deacon go? Deacon, what do you have to say?
Hey.
Hey, okay. That's not very useful. And does this just mean Deacon is going to be like kind of a third or member of the party? Is he just always going to be a companion now since we have not completed this quest? Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. Let's maybe go back to our settlement and see if he joins us. Well, I think I am going to elect to load an earlier save. Deacon will follow me as far north as Starlight Drive-In, but not really any farther than that. And a sometimes there, sometimes not there second companion, as well as potentially breaking the game by doing other stuff out of order and having Deacon along when he's not supposed to be there. I just don't think that it's worth the risk. And that's too bad, because it does mean that I don't get Deliverer. It means I am locked out of the railroad entirely, and that means that I won't be able to pursue the trifecta ending that I was hoping for. I'm also not going to be able to get Ballistic Weave, but I think that probably involved doing some fetch quests as well. So, yeah, I am disappointed that I was not able to at least start the railroad. And as for what we're going to do next, since I am going to be loading an earlier save, I'm going to be going back to near the end of level 38. And I am just going to start at the bottom of my quest log with the oldest quests that I have and start working my way towards the top, seeing if there's any of them that I have ruled out that I could actually complete. And that is going to start with exploring the combat zone. I didn't think that was one that I couldn't complete. It was just one that I hadn't got around to doing yet, so let's go do that. Well, this is not the combat zone. Unfortunately, my footage at the combat zone was corrupted, and I don't have a save that goes back far enough in order to reshoot that. Somewhat predictably, we were able to easily take out the raiders in the combat zone, and now Kate is a potential companion. We left her there, though, because Hancock has not finished maxing out his affinity with us just yet, and we want to try and get his perk before moving on. Speaking of moving on, the next thing I went and found in my quest log is next to last was investigate the Museum of Witchcraft in Salem, and that is a very long walk through completely unexplored and dangerous territory. So I have elected to be allowed to be distracted along the way, and that's why we've got this talk to guard captain, because I did stick my nose into the Cabot house. I was literally walking directly past it and picked up the quest to get the serum, and there again that footage was lost. Unfortunate, but it was also not terribly exciting either. We're in Bunker Hill at the moment because I wanted to see if I could pick up the quest to get the caravan way station outside of my settlements. We talked to Joe. He gave us a quest to go pick up a memento of his father in Malden. That sounds like a fetch quest to me of we're going to go get something and bring it back to him. Probably not going to happen. We'll at least try it, but like I said, probably not going to happen. Meanwhile, we can talk to Deb, and I think this is how we get on the path to having our own caravan way station at our settlements. Because we'll inquire about her store just to be kind of polite. But yes, caps are caps, and you can't sell to a drifter like me.
Well, it's nice enough. Grew up with the caravans, so I feel right at home here. Don't like how we have to pay raiders protection money.
Protection money, that is maybe not so good.
I got a lot of useful supplies here that need a home. Look at them.
Our constant sales pitch, it's so bad. Protection money, though, like,
Yep. Surprise me.
I suppose in the short term, it's an answer, but
hate that we don't stand up.
I think long term that is not going to work out. I just can't see how that is a relationship that will last for very long. In the meantime, do you have any jobs?
I have something.
You know, if it ain't easy, then I'm probably going to want some money for it. A horde of feral ghouls, though. I happen to specialize in ghouls.
I'm tired of Mercs blowing this off.
But I want, well,
How many ghouls are we
so
talking
how many ghouls are we talking, though?
The number keeps growing, the more drinks the caravan hands down at the way station.
You know, the more dangerous you make this sound,
Sounds
the
like
more money
you
I
need me
want.
a lot more than I need you on this.
Clearing that road benefits everyone. I can probably get Kessler to chip in, let's say...
I still think you're a little light.
This helps everyone. Maybe you can take a collection for the cause.
You're worse than the caravan jockeys. I can probably
So
scrape
we
together
got ourselves
800
a
caps.
fair whack of experience
I'm
points
done
there for
negotiating.
the persuasion successes. I'm more excited about that
Barrel
than the
problem.
increase in caps for the job,
Stock
but
up first. You never know when one
we are
comes
going to be
in.
needing some caps because Deb has some very expensive gear that I want to get
Let's see what you have.
from her.
Got the caps?
Now, the first thing here, this Wastelander's friend, is 50% more limb damage. I don't think that makes it any better than the classic 10mm pistol we got from the Creation Club. So I am going to skip that. But I am going to get the Black Ops chest piece. It's strength and endurance, and I hate to give up the agility and perception that I enjoy with Wastelander's chest piece. But strength and endurance aren't bad either, and This, I believe, is a piece of sturdy combat armor, and that is going to mean the defense values are much higher. I am just a more survivable character with that. Black Ops right shin guard here, on the other hand, is something that I already have in the form of 10% increased speed in my destroyer's right leg. But that is a piece of light combat armor, whereas this is a piece of sturdy combat armor. So I'm taking it. The last piece here of destroyer's left arm, I'm not interested. I don't sprint during combat very much. I'm much more of a stop and pop kind of guy with VATS and sniping, so we're going to let that be. 7,000 caps is hard to let go. That it represents an awful lot of crops that I had to pick, and yet if we're not willing to spend money, what is the point in acquiring it? So let me go ahead and reset my destination here and change it to the National Guard Depot, or sorry, Training Yard. And
Hi, I'm Meg.
Meg, I remember you, and I am not going to take your tour.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, miss.
I am deliberately avoiding the USS Constitution. It is very close by to here, but I think that is something that we can take on some other day. I would like to get my hands on Ironside's hat, but I don't remember if enough of the quest to recall whether or not this is going to require picking things up. And I don't know, I guess I'm hoping to clear out at least a few of these things on my quest log before we take on anything else. For now, I think I'm going to kill some raiders and join you again when we get close to the training yard. Now, here we are outside the National Guard training facility. I've gone ahead and killed all the ghouls on the outside along with all the turrets. Also, on the way here, we stopped at County Crossing, which was one of the great Sardiliac's favorite places to build. I'm not sure why he enjoyed it so much. To me, there just wasn't much to recommend it, but that was one of his favorite places to go build at. And we've got some ghouls to take out inside here, but I think we're going to be okay with our 10mm pistol here. Although sneak is broken and that legendary is not dead yet, so we're going to go ahead and spend a critical on that. Now, full disclosure, I actually have loaded another save because I came through here once before and kind of experimented. Should have saved before I did. And what I have found is that we are kind of stuck once again. But it's not a hard stuck. And basically what I mean is there's a terminal that is an expert locked terminal that is required for going forward, and I cannot hack expert. And I thought there was a Brotherhood of Steel body around here somewhere. Maybe that only spawns once that particular quest is going. Nevertheless, oh, here it is. Yep. And I doubt that we'll be able to do this quest either because it requires picking up holotapes and holotags. Anyway, there's a terminal that you had to get through to move forward. And it's expert. I don't want to spend perks on expert, and I just kind of messing around found out that Hancock will pick up this password, but I have said I am not going to loot by proxy, so I ended up having to load a prior save. So what do we do? Well, once we have Nick Valentine, I think we'll be able to come back and do this because Nick can hack terminals, even if I can't. And so that is what I'm going to try the next time around. At least there is a possible workaround, unlike most of the other quests that are currently in my log. As for the next one, well, we're not going to report back to Deb because I don't... Well, does it consider this quest complete? I guess we don't even have to go into the other building to complete this quest. So I take it all back. We are just going to go straight back to Deb, even though we did not clear out the other building or the armory in the rear. Seems like we have not done a very complete job of this quest, but we're going to see what Deb has to say when we go back to her. Hello, Deb. I only killed some of the ghouls. Would you pay me anyway?
I cleared the training yard of ferals.
Finally, someone that can get things done. Here's your pay. No,
Mary, that was an outright lie.
If you're looking for more work, talk with her. Before you go, though, I was hoping you could spend some of that reward here with little old me.
Well, do you have new things in your store?
Same old. Take a look for yourself.
I'll take a look. Sure.
You know, I wonder if I should have waited a little bit because I wonder if the prices have gone down now that I've been helpful to her. Doesn't look like it. I'll have to compare the prices against my prior footage, and I suppose just to be 100% correct here, let's go ahead and put on our charisma gear and check those prices again.
Looking to trade?
Like I said, we'll see if our prices have gone down. If they have, then I jumped the gun on spending all that 7,000 caps previously. So 1112 versus 569. Yeah, we'll find out. Anyways, since we have impressed Deb, she said that maybe we could go talk to Kessler. So Kessler, where are you? I would like to maybe solve your raider problem. Finally found Kessler hiding in the corner over here, tending to some
So Deb's
crops.
been talking you up. Says you get results. I got a sensitive job that needs someone with skills, and more rolling around in their head than marbles. That sound like you?
It sure does. But what kind of job is it?
Our town works because everyone knows we got the raider angle covered. The gangs get paid off and leave our caravans alone. But Zeller's army is getting greedy, asking for more caps. And after we pay them, the bastards still hit our people. But I found out...
See, I didn't think this was gonna be a lasting
The
arrangement.
job's simple. Deal with them.
Still, when you call it an army, I think I'm going to want
The pay better reflect that.
some
I ain't
pay.
gonna haggle on the price. I got a reputation to protect. But I'll throw in some extra supplies if you sign on. Best I can do.
Know
Tell me
anything
about this
else
army,
about
then.
Zeller's army?
It took a lot of favors just to get the name of their crash pad. The East Judge Zeller runs a strange outfit. Came out of nowhere and now they're players.
Well, we'll
Consider
take the
Zeller's
job.
army dealt with.
These guys are dangerous, so be careful. If there are survivors, rescue them. If any lost caravan hands make their way back into circulation, that'll do wonders for trade. But above all, you're just a freelancer working for yourself.
Bunker who? Alright, so yeah, we got some supplies, including some ammo that we will almost certainly never use. So,
Hey again.
okay,
Working on a slogan for this surgery.
what do you got for barter?
I need some
And
supplies, Doctor.
I suppose.
Can I maybe sell some of this stuff to you? Because I don't need this ammo. And don't think I need all the drugs that I've got. So at least a little bit of them. You know, I don't like to run with more than 3 stim packs, and yet those will eventually get used. So we will abstain from selling the extra stim packs that I have on hand unless we get a whole bunch of them. Meanwhile, this mattress that I used earlier is still available to me, so we're going to do a couple of things here. We are going to save our game. We're also going to advance the clock so that it is nighttime, because I would rather take these raiders on at night. And let's see if we can get this quest active for ourselves here. So we're looking to kill Zeller and rescue caravan survivors. Well, just making sure we don't have any other active quests, just so that I don't have more markers than I need. Why are there 3 markers? What is the other marker that is active? Ah, the one that I was supposed to be headed towards, but we're totally not doing right this minute, of investigate the Museum of Witchcraft. Okay. Let's go take a look at this East Boston Preparatory School. We made it to the East Boston Preparatory School, and I found a back door. I have always just gone in through the front entrance, guns blazing, and I wonder what the experience of going through the school is going to be like if we go in the back door. So that's what we're doing today.
Keep it down. I hear someone coming.
And frankly, if it's just
Get into position.
raiders, as long as we don't get swarmed, this is going to be probably kind of a cakewalk. But that statement of if we don't get swarmed is an if. It's dark in here, and I am tempted to turn on my light, but that is potentially going to draw more attention than I really want. Tell you what, we're going to do like we did a couple of times earlier this episode, and we're just going to mow these raiders down to a little bit of... was the last of the raiders, but this is not the end of the dungeon. I went and dropped a save, just in case things went wrong, and I have gotten sick again, but at last count, there were 3 prisoners in here, behind locked cage doors, and what do you know, this guy somehow managed to escape all by himself without my help, so all I can say is I hope that that will not count against me when I go back to turn the quest in to Kessler. Even so, we do have 2 additional captives here that we can get these doors unlocked, and we'll try not to be self-conscious about our terrible lockpicking skills
I couldn't take
on
much
screen.
more of it. Thank you.
Okay, you are free to go, my friend. And so is this person. And there were a couple terminals up here that were just completely unlocked that detailed the kinds of things that these raiders did to people to get them to join their ranks. Things like breaking fingers, removing teeth, burning the soles of their feet. People would break when they were threatened with having their hands cut off or their eyes gouged out. I mean, these are just terrible people, and no doubt about it, and in no way is Mary going to feel bad about what happened to her. The other thing that I will point out as kind of a bit of environmental storytelling around here, they literally set people in front of these tables, tied them down, and used them for target practice. Completely despicable. And so Mary, as I said, does not regret what happened in this place. Still, we have a quest to go turn in, but I think that we have gone long enough for this part. I've got 3 perks in hand because eagle-eyed viewers will have seen that I got to level 40 while I was clearing out those raiders. So we're going to be able to get our gun nut 4 and our armor 4 and something else. And we'll just have to see whether or not I successfully rescued that one guy, since he kind of rescued himself. Will it be enough to get Bunker Hill on my side? Will I be able to have caravans stop by Hangman's Alley? Don't know. Gonna have to wait until next time. And if you want to see that, be sure and subscribe. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't like, tell me why in a comment so I can do better for you next time. Until then, my name is Nacho Bidness, and I'm saying it's a great big wasteland out there. Let's go have fun in it.